All right. Yeah, don't worry, guys. First things first, we're here for the Dota, and look at that. Perfect timing. The draft is about to begin.
The aliens knew. They finally helped us. It was true.
Whatever you believe.
The game started.
Whatever you believe, wherever you're tuning in from, welcome to the DPC Qualifiers, NA Dota Edition. It's all for the minor right now, and this is it. A best-of-5 matchup, Demon Slayers versus the Quincy crew.
Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Dude, I'm ready. Best of 5. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of best of 5s. It's weird to me, right? Because
Bring back best of 7s.
Bring them back. Because BO5s were pretty standard, 4 or 5 years ago, and then they kind of fell off, and now they're making a little bit of coming. Obviously, Valve made the decision to have these minor qualifiers be best of 5s. Do you like it, Lacoste? I don't know. As a player, do you think it should be a BO5? But the majors weren't BO5s?
I think grand finals should always be BO5.
Radiant team best.
Dota's such a long game. I mean, of all the esports, maybe except the other MOBA game, a game could be anywhere from 18 minutes to 85 minutes. So when you're planning out a schedule for let's say we went back to best of 7s, it'd be insane. It could be anywhere from 3 hours to 8, 9, 10 hours, and then they would probably need a break in the middle of the series.
Yeah, the classic.
It would be hard to plan, for sure.
And if you didn't know, because they came from the winter bracket, Quincy crew did have the advantage. They got to pick what they wanted first. They chose first pick, and then Demon Slayers chose Radiant.
What if we did a best of 3, but the loser had to do a reset, like FGC style or whatever?
At that point,
it could be
BO5.
It would be at most 6 games, right?
Yeah. I feel at that point you just BO5 it probably instead of that.
What if it just
the downside
coin toss instead?
Coin toss.
Best of 5, coin toss, grand finals.
The downside with that reset is it could be as short as 2-game grand final and it's over if the winning team is that good.
And then where's the hype to come?
And then it kind of goes. But all right, that would probably be the only way for a significant winner's advantage. Because I mean, what do you think? It is a discussion. Winner's advantage for them, is just they get to pick. It feels okay.
No. I don't like the winner's advantage.
You wish it was better, but what else could you do?
That's why you have best of 5.
Where could you? I mean, as opposed, what does a winner get in a normal best of 5?
You could give them an extra game advantage if it was best of 7.
But why not best of 5?
Because they just win 2 games and
so they won a best of 3.
So a best of 7 with a game 1
you gotta give credit to the team who came from the losers bracket. I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's tough for Dota. It's tough for Dota for sure.
All right, Mirana banned out.
Yep.
Probably going to be Crystal Maiden, or we might see that Witch Doctor, which Dakota likes.
Yeah, Witch Doctor is very nice, especially in the Faceless Void era, but Void was banned this time. First ban. What have been some of the popular Quincy crew pickups? I think it's been all over the place. Sumail's been playing a lot of the Lifestealer games. We've been seeing CC&C on Storm. We saw him on Queen of Pain.
Radiant team pick.
Okay.
Sand King comes out.
Old White's he's been playing that. It might be his most played hero actually in this tournament.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good on it. Just one of those, you have that direct stun already. You have someone who's not bad in lane. Obviously, Sandstorm, you want to have sentries to counter their sentries, but does really good in 1v1 lane, so you pretty much just destroys a tri lane if Quincy crew wanted to, but we haven't seen many of those either.
Yep.
But Chen, we just haven't seen much Chen. I think SVG is the only other person who's played in NA so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's been banned, I'm sure, a handful of times. But also, I guess you just have to have that Chen player kind of on your team. Grimstroke comes out, our newest support, who seems to have just a ridiculously good tool belt. Wonderful pairing with the Sand King, obviously. Inkswell Burrow Strike is
I would love to see something that has built-in BKB, free BKB, like a Jug, maybe a Lifestealer here. Yeah.
Yeah, Lifestealer would be great for Demon Slayers.
5 seconds remaining.
Quincy crew, they're still... they've already got the Chen. I feel they might be thinking about Omni Knight. I'm not even kidding. I think you get an Omni Knight Chen and it sets up the rest of your draft. You can pretty much pick anything, and you always have that stability behind you. Because Chen, we see, always starts Headdress now. Anyone carrying that lane just is 6 HP per second. Free,
yeah. Oh, who did they have that with last time that we were commenting how ridiculous?
I think it's because he has the Headdress and the Aura.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, that's what I mean, though. It's
no reason.
Good. It doesn't matter who you get.
I can't remember who... was the core in that lane with the Chen, who was getting all that regen. Do you remember in that game who it was? I can't remember. Was it Yuar's hero? Was it a Centaur? Might have been like a Centaur or something.
I can look.
Tiny comes out. Okay. And, I mean, that could, in theory, be the MSS pick. It could also be, of course, Quinn's mid lane grab. And
they
after
ban out
that,
Pugna straight away.
Huh. Skywrath? That's the only thing.
No, it's just the ads and tick guy has only played. He's played Kunkka and Pugna 90% of the games.
Okay.
That's just the only. I mean, even the game we jumped into, the first game of last series, he played Pugna, and Kunkka's been banned versus them the last 6 games, I believe I saw in Dota Buff. So I think they want to make the ads and tick the new player kind of play different heroes. It looks like
they banned Jug. I think this Pugna ban. They figured it out. We saw yesterday, even when was it yesterday when Sumail was playing it against Pugna? It's really tough. Just at the Qualifier, especially if Pugna has one defensive item like a Glimmer Cape, even Force Staff, then he can control the Juggernaut so easily.
10 seconds remaining.
Tiny, well, you get some burst damage. We've seen CCNC doesn't mind playing this middle. I'm sure MSS, we saw him played earlier as well, so open-ended pick, but you get some burst damage. Does mean you're a little bit down on the team fight already, since Sand King, Grimstroke both have some nice team fighting capabilities.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, well, they might be thinking about some strength fat cores here or something.
I think they might just be banning out the only heroes they've seen this guy play, because we just saw him play Timber last game, and I've actually only seen him play Kunkka, Pugna, Timber, and he played one other hero, but I think they're just trying to suffocate out this mid player.
Yeah, I guess. I just don't know if you play Timber to play Timber.
10 seconds remaining.
True, but SVG maybe he's
Pugna
big
maybe,
braining
yeah.
him.
5 seconds remaining.
I have a feeling Quincy wants something that a Timber would have been something Demon Slayers would have thought of.
They ban out that Omni-Knight that Grant was talking about. The sustain, you have double ways of saving people, the global heal once Chen hits level 6.
Pretty much no one, if you had a good lightning phase, no one will ever die from that point on, so just get rid of it. So, not much reserve time used by Demon Slayers, but Quincy crew took a good chunk of theirs.
5 seconds
I think you just go with another kind of mobile, stunning hero. We obviously Mirana's banned, but other heroes who can move around the map, they don't really care about just sitting in lanes. Your Sand King can pretty much sit in a lane if he wants already, but he can still get kills. Who else is there?
Earth Spirit, but he's not picked anymore.
He was at TI. He was even in some of the open qualifiers I watched, but we didn't see him at all in the regional qualifiers.
No.
That hero just died.
Team pick.
That's a really weak support duo, Grimstroke, Keeper of the Light.
No one really moving around early game. No one really causing problems.
Well, this is how Demon Slayers play. They play a lot of Sand King, which is their reliable low cooldown stun. But he needs to have a good game. Even though in one of those games he managed to make a great comeback, still carry the game from position 3. I don't like it, because if the game doesn't go well, if you lose the laning stage, like you're only reacting to what the enemy team is doing.
And it's super great, right? Grimstroke and Coddle, both their best abilities are good because they clear creep wave, Stroke of Fate plus the Illuminate. And now you just have like these two supports who are going to steal a lot of creeps, so what kind of cores are you going to pick up?
I think this is a free life stealer game for them.
Yeah, and very good versus Coddle, Grimstroke.
Yeah.
They should just take it. I mean, Jug would be better, obviously got banned out already, but we'll see. They're using a lot of their time. They're definitely not just overlooking anything.
This ends up being a Quinn Tiny. I wouldn't mind like MSS Nyx Assassin would be fun to roll around stun. It's great against Keeper. You can stun Sand King and Sandstorm. Set up plays. And it could be a vehicle for the Lifestealer,
and
too.
I know you know Grant, Dakota probably as well. Impale was the skill that 3 people had.
Yep.
Lion, Nyx Assassin, and who am I missing?
Sand King.
Sand King, yeah, good job.
Wasn't Stormbolt also an ability that multiple heroes
King.
share?
Yeah, Wraith King.
Sven.
It used to look so small, too, the little Stormbolt. It was just like the little dwarf hammer.
Yeah.
And they take the life
And it was
stealer.
single target.
Yeah, it was. Both of them for both people, yeah.
Yeah, again,
5 seconds.
wouldn't mind
remaining.
Nyx, but they may just do MSS on this
Dire
Tiny
team
or
pick.
something. But in the meantime, Razor comes out.
Well, I said you have greedy supports. Razor is not that greedy of a core. You kind of go to your lane and then you either group up or you 1v1 push down a wave. And I like it. It's decent versus Lifestealer. It's decent versus Tiny. This might move the MSS definitely to Tiny now.
Yeah, that's what seems
They
to
don't
be.
have enough control. I think Queen
10
of Pain
seconds remaining.
is the pickup here. It's a great laner against the Razor. You're not affected by
5
static
seconds
link.
remaining.
And
What about OD, if not Queen of Pain? He'd be like OD
feel
a
like
couple
I like
pints.
OD Lifestealer is kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow. I mean, if they want to play for the late game, I
Quap
think
would be-
OD's better. But
Yeah,
I think
Quap's
they will
nice with
play.
Lifestealer too, I guess, because you can infest, blink, and bomb.
I just know, as you said, though, CCNC, he does play a lot of OD, but it is extremely greedy. But they've been playing pretty greedy on Quincy Crew, so.
They're taking all
All
the
of it.
reserve time. 9 seconds left.
There's only so many heroes that can really win against Razor in the mid lane, right?
Radiant
He's a
team
really good
back.
mid laner.
There's the
Nice
Quap.
call.
Of pain.
Queen of Pain. There it is. Yep.
And now you have a lot of heroes that don't mind moving around. Chen,
Yeah.
Tiny, and
Oh
Queen
my
of Pain.
God.
They love just moving around, killing towers, killing heroes, while Lifestealer does his own thing.
Like, what do you even get? Yawar, he can be greedy and farm in the off lane.
Just
he
get
can,
some
He
aura.
could join them.
Anything. Centaur's
10
still in the
seconds
pool.
remaining.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Anything
he
that
is.
builds into pipe is good here. A
5
lot of magical
seconds remaining.
damage. These 3 first heroes.
I think they'll
Everything is magical.
they'll ban Centaur, I feel. Especially with a Razor on their team now and not really that many stuns.
Do you still have a
kinda
hero
have
list?
to.
My hero list is gone.
Here, you can have mine,
Yeah,
young
you can
man.
have this one.
You can have his then. I'm just kidding. Here you go.
Yeah, look what Kyle did to my hero
Dire
list.
team bad.
Yeah, I don't even want to get started with Capitalist and what he did to the cord on this thing, but curly cords, whoa, look at how smooth yours looks. It's just perfectly done. Mine just curling up everywhere. Deep breath, Grant.
Deep breath.
They
Yawar
been-
played Lycan in the off lane a couple of times.
Duar has Ramsey. It's pretty popular in NA.
Slardar.
10 seconds
Legion
remaining.
Commander. What else have we seen?
Legion
5
Commander will not have.
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
most likely it's gonna be a melee strength.
Axe.
Dire
Axe
team
is still in there, right?
I would love to see a Centaur because
Axe
they
would not
can
be
easily
good.
disengage.
Yeah, the
against
Centaur
Razor.
seems like best pick.
Yeah, it does. It almost feels
Get
like
away from that static link and all that stuff.
What else is there? Let me just check the hero list.
Yeah, the other heroes are like not ever picked. Tidehunter, offlane strength. What are the offlane strength?
Man,
Underlord you were talking
yeah.
about.
I couldn't believe how popular
10
Tidehunter was at
seconds
TI.
remaining.
That hero just all of a sudden, like in the main stage, it just was
5
picked every
seconds
single game, and
remaining.
now it's just gone again.
I think Centaur is
Yeah,
really good here.
he's the pick.
He is
It
the
feels-
dude.
Team pick.
Ooh. Okay, well, no disengage or global participation, but he can roam around with the other Queen, Tiny, Chen group and just be capable.
Hell
Hey,
yeah!
the Dragon Knight!
Obviously, we've name dropped this guy a lot throughout the qualifiers, with him mostly going under the radar. But finally, Demon Slayers picking up the Dragon Knight Razor. So wait, who's going mid? Who's going safe line?
It's Dragonite
DK
mid, Razor
middle.
safe lane because it's a better matchup for both. Razor against the melee. Beastmaster, even though Boar will slow him down, but Dragonite doesn't lose that many matchup, has high region. So Queen of Pain, of course she has advantage in this matchup, but Dragonite should do fine.
Yeah, the Quincy crew, it's pretty much the similar draft they've been doing this whole time where SVG plays pretty much just Chen, and then they want to play faster pace. They're always going to be 5 to 6k up out of the laning phase, but we've seen them just crumble. Like, if say, Lifestealer or Queen of Pain dies once at like the 20 to 21 minute mark, it slows down their game so much. And, I mean, Demon Slayers has a draft to match up with them. They both want this 25-minute type of game where they just push the enemy team base.
And I love this Dragonite pickup because they needed another stun. They understood that they need to control Lifestealer after Rage. Same goes for Queen of Pain. We need more Dragonite picks. This hero is insanely good.
Yeah.
But someone's going to start a trend, pick Dragonite a couple of times, win a few games, and then why didn't we think of this?
Wow, that's a good hero. And the Razor, how good is he? 28 and 11 all time. Pretty damn good. I'd say that's a high win percentage.
Oh. mojo.
70-36 is Tiny. Yeah, MF says if you didn't. This guy, he pretty much came into Dota playing party stacks back in 2012, 2013. All he did, 5-man stack, 5,000 games, and hey, it worked for him. Now he's a pro, just like No Tail. Be a friend.
Be a friend.
Because, right, you have a lot of people who only play solo queue, and guess what? You're not going to. You could be rank 5, only play solo queue, and people just don't like you because, guess what? You got to be a partier.
You got to be a partier. You got to be a team player.
Yep.
Dota's a team game after
It is,
all.
100%. And now,
To play well with the others.
let's go. My goodness, that was
What was
Chris.
that? That was the
A Chris monster, my friend. Swiss chocolate.
All right,
shout outs
Brand.
to Monster Energy, keeping us energized and ready and supporting the
I
hub.
need an explanation. So
Yes,
Tiny
sir.
bought boots, 2 tangos, then he gave them away, and someone gave him a tango shared.
Sumail gave him a tango.
So why is that?
Well, it looks like because the Lifestealer has more than enough tangos for himself, he knows it shouldn't be that bad of a lane. He is not too worried about giving away his tango, while the Queen of Pain still needed 2 tangos herself. Thus, you have socialism. I have no clue. I think it's just because I guess the Lifestealer really only needs 5 tangos. I don't know. Were you asking, or do you know the answer?
I don't know.
I think it's just that, right? Lifestealer isn't going to need as much regen as anyone else. And then they just messed up and they already left the base.
Yeah, he doesn't need that much region because he's going to be
The
with
battle
SVG, who
begins.
has Headress and the Aura.
Blast for boar money.
Oh,
but
could've denied
Yawar is going to just creep in and grab it right under their nose. And it's going to be the Quincy crew who claim 3 out of 4 bounties.
Yeah, a little bit. We talked about Radiant's like teamwork, but that looked like a little disconnect. I think both of them thought the other one was going to go for the rune, and then they just Yawar just like, all right, cool, I'll take a rune. Just wanders uphill and takes it. So a quick 3 for 1 there for them. Yep.
Early camp block here coming in from the Grimstroke. I don't even see a support in this lane for the time being. Okay, as I say that, though, the TP's coming in now. SVG only has the Headress, so...
And
Just
yeah,
gonna
because
hit
of
that.
that, I love it, because he knows it is going to be that Chen who's going Headdress first. He can just get Sandstorm, and there won't be detection, because obviously Sumail's not going to buy a Sentry Ward this early.
Mm-hmm.
What if Sumail buys 2 sentries and the... Just kidding.
Then he would be the most selfless player of all time. It would be the new chapter in the Sumail book.
2020 Sumail looking good.
My God. Could you ever... Man, think about, these, like, Ramses went from carry to off lane. Who was the last, besides, like, Fear, I guess? Who went carry to support and really succeeded? Kuroki? I mean, it's all the old players, right? None of the new players have really done it yet.
Yeah, not too many of the new players are doing it. I'm sure there's probably one we're not thinking of.
I'll think hard, though, so I don't forget, but it's just weird. If you're a core player, you want a swag, and, like, support, obviously there's some 4s, like the Jerixes who can, but
The people who
not
can
everyone.
end the game with a terrible KDA and still feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
Not many of them out there.
I don't think anyone cares about KDA in 2019.
You don't think one person out there does? One semi-pro player.
Well, semi-pro players, for sure. They want to look good, so the pro team...
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's not where people don't start as pros. They start as like Dota players, and then they look at their KDA, and they're like, "I'm doing bad. I don't like support."
Yeah, and then they're like, I'm gonna go carry the game and
I
not lose.
want to go get kills.
Man, Flea, he's getting harassed pretty hard by just his little Wild Wing and SVG's right clicks. Just having that HP regen, yes. Sumail, well, I'll wait till after his Tango's gun, but SVG has 7.3 regen with only that headdress. Got Divine Favor.
Give MSS with a haste rune. Lingering on the mid lane. There's a scan.
Scanning.
Oh, and they don't spot him, so he goes in. He throws him all the way by the tower,
He's dead.
right by Quinn. A beautiful setup. The Radiant scan does not detect MSS. It's just a little off.
That sucks because he had the
False
right
sense of
idea.
security, yeah. Oh.
He did the right play, and then he's like, oh, okay, Tiny's not here. And then, whoa, there's a Rock Boy. There's the Ignis Boy.
And when the enemy position 4 rotates, you want to make some kind of action on your safe lane.
Yeah.
But they can't do anything because it's a Beastmaster who already has Boots of Speed. And what is Keeper of the Light going to do?
I'll get
Chakra
you.
Magic!
Hey,
offensive.
it's Mana Leak,
Mana League.
but they never use the Mana Leak part of it.
They really don't. I actually haven't seen, like,
No.
anyone, even against, like, Timbersaw. I wonder if people just forget. I kind of do.
It doesn't stun them when they lose the
top.
mana anymore.
They have a
so.
Sentry as well.
Top.
I'm there. All white. He's the
tank.
stroke. but he's
Oh,
fine.
oh, but he walked out of the sandstorm. Blocked himself. Nice, he's good.
I think Sandstorm just ended since
Did it?
20-second duration on level 1.
So either way, nice
good
job
play
getting
from
out.
him. Planting that sentry in the trees using the quality lane to cut it down. Bottom lane, you are being sucked.
He'll be okay.
He's
Doesn't
fine.
mind being sucked. 80 damage gone. Yeah, you are. He's not going to have the greatest time down here, but at least he's
lane
already
is
level
pushing.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. He won't like get the most farm, but he will get experience, which is always nice. Yeah, I don't think you're last hitting with -9 damage, my friend. It will be the Radiant team actually securing that second rune. Not a great one, but a rune nonetheless.
How can damage be negative if protons are positive, huh, Grant?
No, you can't. That's the thing. Dota's broken. Oh, Flea just broke Mojo's ankles. Damn.
Yeah, that was a good stiff jump back there. But Flea is not out of the woodwork yet. He's deep in the woodwork. Where Sumail is chasing him down. Inkswell stops him for the time being. But he's just trying to delay as long as possible, pull them far away from the CS in the lane, but ultimately he will get grabbed.
I bet SVG's like, can you guys get the hell out of the way? He actually had a purge creep that could purge off the Inkswell, and he just like stunk it in the back. He's like, can y'all move? And then it's just like Sumail's hitting him. They get him though, as you said, and it's a 1K lead now. And in every single game, if you didn't know, these two already played a best-of-3. It was a 2-1 for Quincy Crew. Quincy Crew won the early game all 3 times. Demon Slayers, even in their win, had to come back, so.
5-minute bounties.
Yeah, but they already used the shrine.
Tips his brother.
This is a 3 bounty pickup for Quincy Crew. As they force the Demon Slayers back, they can drop a nice deep ward and maintain control in this area.
I think Teal noticed they placed a ward because the neutral creeps went back uphill and he got vision of the Chen, who went from having 1 ward to having 0. So that one might get killed up there.
Bump back, blinding light. Right click's coming out. Adson's here
2
on the DK. They're going to go for the
seconds.
Yawar. The long blast. Woo! It does catch him.
He should have
Fire
took
and
it.
light at the same time. What would you call a spell that has fire and the light?
Light fire.
That's
Nah,
a good one.
I was
What?
expecting something better. Go
Okay,
ahead,
I got
Grant.
it. Christmas lights.
Okay, that was better.
What, you set Christmas
Lights.
tree on fire?
Yeah, Christmas tree on fire with lights. That's the skill name. Oh, Flea in trouble again, but they just can't bring him down. Even with, they have really offensive creeps. Double golem. And it is only less than 1,000 gold lead. I'm sorry, Demon Slayers is doing a good job. This top lane could have been way worse for him.
Juan planting some deep vision in Emony Forest. All right.
This cross-country
This
coddle right now.
one will get devoted.
Oh, that sucks, yeah. That's kind of on him, I guess, but
Bump back.
he's gone.
Gives Sand King the mana, even though the cooldown. See, that's where I would just mana leak someone else. Like, get away from me.
Good luck running. Now it was a nice kill. They have the dust now in the Chen. No more sentry wards. They just get countered, just pop the dust, and without boots, Sand King just goes down. He just now picks up boots. And yeah, DK's first dragon form, it goes down, and the enemy tower only took 17 damage, so not the
Sick.
best feeling.
Also, you can dive. Queen of Pain is level 7, has the point in Sonic Wave. So if you decide to go, you know there's going to be a rotation. Maybe she needs to bring some more clarities. A bit low on mana.
They want to kill the Chen's creeps, but they can't even do that.
Nope, they can't.
It's tough. And the thing is, you're definitely on a timer if you're even Radiant because you have a carry Razor. Sure, DK actually does scale pretty well, but not against a Lifestealer and a Queen of Pain.
No, certainly not. They'll have to ramp things up, and if they're going to be the team that have their towers pressured early on, that could be a problem. So they are trying their best to keep the momentum pushing forward, but nothing too significant for them at the time. MSS still prowling around for any possible setup. It looks like they are going to converge onto the bottom. Old White is
Gave
here.
him the dust.
Yep, dust on hand. Any TP's coming. Coddle en route,
Straight
but
into MSS.
he shows up possibly a bit too late. Good blinding
Nice
light, bumps him
save.
back. But Old White still pretty slow. Still trying to juke within the trees, but not going to be able to make it away. Coddle takes his leave. And that should be a Quincy crew tower push, right? No, tower is still pretty full, and they opt to just ditch the lane.
I like this. I've noticed the better teams have been actually doing this to Demon Slayers. They just aim Old White. Because when this team does really good, it's Old White like somehow coming online. He makes 2 or 3 kills in the towers. But in the 2 games they lost against Quincy crew, he went like 1-11. I think it's a good strategy of aiming Old White. And
they understand that they have no heroes to make a move besides Sand King.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just go with Keeper of the Light or Brainstroke try to gank.
You have to have a +1, which is the Sand King, because he's the only one with that stun.
Yeah, who is the 4 of the Grim and Coddle?
It is the
Grim.
It's Flee, 'cause he's just a greedy player, but yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll see. He'll probably go Aether Sheep. I think a lot of players.
Old White just got back. Could go down again.
Back to Graveyard.
Back to the start.
God, they've already used 3 dust on him now. Because SVG gave Sumail his spare dust, and now the Tiny just used one. They're all TPing middle. They want to defend this tower.
20 seconds for Dragon Form.
No points in stun.
I don't even think, unless I've been blind, I don't even think I've seen Quinn have to go around and do too many co-op shenanigans. He's got to do it now.
Just that bottom tower.
Could hit the shrine if he wants mana. He will.
He will. You damn well know he wants mana, Dakota.
Somebody later may be sad that shrine's not available.
Vampire Frost Mage.
Yep.
No, he got rid of it.
But, the Queen of Pain, 17 armor with that. And yeah, he just blinks forward. He knows he can't die.
Give me that
armor.
damn bounty rune. What's wrong with you?
Damn, he didn't ult. He
I
didn't
thought
let
it was.
rip.
He decided no. Thought that he might be too close to the shrine maybe, and it'd be all for nothing.
Yeah. Oh, here's the bet. You should watch his Razor right back by the shrine. I love watching a Razor hit creeps with his max passive. It's good. I know it did get nerfed a little bit, but I'm surprised people stopped paying him overall because he can still clear creep waves even quicker than Viper some of the time. A lot of gold that way, but still only 1,000 gold lead for Dire. Not as heavy as I thought it would be.
Yeah, as I come over to check out Sumail to see like what profits he's been able to earn in this game so far, it's nothing too crazy. He's just got the phase boots and then the build up what looks like to be into Midas.
He's got the Midas actually.
Someone's using
Midas
his
is under it.
courier.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, he has 700 gold.
So that means he's had the
That's
Midas for a
45
long time.
seconds.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward.
Already on Midas.
Now,
Too many greedy core players on this team.
you'll use it right. Oh, he's going over to the big ones. All right, makes sense. He is the top net worth. The Razor's keeping up pretty nicely with him. Obviously got that fatty jungle camp. And it seems both teams are pretty happy with just having your carry farm while the other ones try to find a kill. Like you are smoked up middle, might roar. Yep, Juan's dead. Goodbye, friend. SVG tries to steal it with the mud golem.
It feels so bad using Roar on poor position 5 keeper.
He's just like running back home and then you're blah!
Yeah, probably not even super necessary, but you haven't used Roar in a while, why not? Bottom lane, we are seeing a move out of the Demon Slayers. 2 stuns with the Inkswell.
Oh, he got the stick off, though.
But Sumail hits the stick,
And
hits the
Hand of
rage,
God.
and he fends off a 3-man gank just like that.
That was a nice try, though. They are going to get the tower, so it's not completely lost. And look at even Dire, they couldn't kill the middle tower. Juan's going to probably go down again here. Maybe not, though. Uh-oh. This middle Razor, I don't think they'll get this kill. One more attack. No.
Real
Did
close.
Blast miss?
No, it
hit?
hit. It's level 1, right?
It's level 2.
It hit. I guess it just barely didn't.
Well, unless he didn't charge all the way.
But now look at this. The gold is almost dead even. It actually was in favor of Radiant for a second there, so it's like a less than 100 gold. They got it top, they got bottom, and they've already gotten middle tier 1, so Radiant doing a good job making sure to get objectives even if they're losing kills. And they just barely, right? Lifestealer at 100 HP, the Beastmaster at 100 HP, they're right there getting these kills, but you got to finish it off.
They just smoked.
Yeah. DK's buying a Midas. He has enough gold, too. Yo, buy it. I guess the chicken's not there anyways. What are your thoughts on that, Lacoste? Do you think
Just
they do need
fine.
it for the late game? The DK
The game
Midas?
is pretty even right now, and if they can drag this, because they understand that Lifestealer will not join team fights until he gets the Radiant, so I guess they want to farm up as well.
Oh. MSS was get linked up and see you later. Uh-oh, he might just ult here. He's dead,
He's
right?
dead.
Yeah, wait. I was about to say he like wasn't, and then lets it rip.
Playing with every last second there. Good takedown. That's the Razor. That's the big net worth for Demon Slayers right now.
That's the best kill, and that's the thing. That's why you don't see Razor as much, right? Because you want someone up there who can farm that and still survive. A Razor, well, he doesn't have any capabilities like that.
No, not at all.
Maybe if he popped the magic wand before he TP'd, 5 extra charges could keep him alive.
Oh, CCNC, gonna try to take it off. Will get stunned. They need a core up here, but it's the other team coming through, actually. Yeah, MSS was behind the tower, SVG and Yawar, but they're gonna be cool.
I'm really looking now to see if Coddle's ever used Mana Leak. I mean, I don't think I see it like ever used.
No, I don't think so. It's just always better, right? Because if you mana leak someone, that's all it is. If you use it on a hero, it gives them mana and reduces cooldown. So it's just a twofer.
Yeah, that's great for sure. Stun Roar.
But
it's called Roris.
Roris.
Yeah.
Roar. He lost all his damage. Yawar might die before he gets it. The boar is going to get the kill.
Yeah, that's the finish there, but it will cost Yawar his own life for it.
Tiny TPs away again, though, right in front of him. Is a 1-for-1, but SVG, good job. Just has his own creeps. See you later, tower.
And Sumail farming through the bottom lane all the meanwhile.
Yep, he's just buying time. This Radiance, he's going to be very, very happy. Still has a dust on him, just in case the Sand King shows up.
And it's his dust.
Yeah, it is. That means he bought his own dust. Shout out to Sumail. A core player who actually buys dust, doesn't force his support to.
Oh my goodness.
Dakota, how would you feel in the game if your middle player bought his own observer ward?
I'd be like, I'd be like, wow, that's amazing. And then I would actually self-evaluate. Like, am I doing a good job supporting? And then try to step my game up. So a core player buying a ward might actually encourage the support to do their job better.
This is what triggers me the most. When I mostly play position 4, and I buy my stuff. I buy dust, I buy sentry wards, and then someone yells, why don't you have a dust? Because I already used it. Like, buy your own dust. I think that this is the most common mistake that the high MMR players make, the core ones. On the mid and on the carries who make rotation, you need to have a dust.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not like it hurts. If you get a kill with the dust, you make your gold back. If you buy a sentry counter award, you make your gold back. Ice Frog has buffed supports over and over and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a lot like the games we saw yesterday from Quincy Crew. They play the faster lineup. They do push and keep that pressure. And you see SVG's like running between tier 2s. Got real deep wards down.
Here's a creepy movement coming in from Quincy Crew. MSS leading up the hill first. Looking to go in. Stun's going to be there. They get the catch onto the Razor. Toss him up and down. There's the Sonic Wave, and that's the finish. But here are the Demon Slayers. Will-O-Wisp and Grimstroke ulti. Can they at least get MSS down?
Nice double, actually.
Double Burrow catches Quinn, too. But they need a lot more lockdown if they want to finish the Queen of Pain. Yawar now swinging into action, finds himself hit with the Dragon Tail. Blinding Light, bump back. And that's the takedown, too. Epicenter going to be expended for it. But Demon Slayers, who have only gotten a pick off here and there, just happy to have this whole fight kind of go their way.
Yeah, get 2 kills. Sumail is farming bottom, but you show that you bring the numbers, you will win the team fight. They were close to getting the Quap too, but the DK didn't get the stun off in time, or else it would have been a double stun because the Grimstroke ulti.
It's 2,000 net worth lead for Quincy Crew, but if you do the math, Lifestealer almost has 5,000 gold, which was kind of unused since he wasn't in that fight, and everyone on the Radiant side is buying their items.
Oh, and Costa B, like, he might just die bottom again by himself. They need TPs. See ya. Thanks for the 3 damage.
Bump back. Oh, War Dog in a little trouble.
The courier is probably worth more than the Coddle at this point, I think.
Bump back.
Yawar goes down again top,
yeah,
so
he does.
A 1-for-1, all right.
Well, maybe if he buys Armlet, that will keep him alive.
Dude, I still can't believe he actually queued up Armlet. I was
on
like,
Axe,
man.
for those who didn't watch the game yesterday.
Yeah. That was the game they lost. He didn't actually buy the Armlet. He just had a Helm of Iron Will for most of the game, but dude, if he was definitely thinking about it. Armlet, the attack procs Helix at level 20, but they started losing and no more memes.
No memes when we lose.
Nope.
Stop it.
None of those. And now Quincy Crew's doing a good job of kind of splitting it up. They make 4 players from Radiant rotate bottom, and then Queen of Pain just farms middle. Sumail is going to farm his Radiance. He just picked it up.
This is Chinese Light of Heaven.
Yep.
Enemy Shrine has 100% HP.
I got him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I love that everyone can see it. Like,
so
all
random.
the ops
Why?
can. Yeah, just that everyone can see it.
Everybody,
Yeah.
look, the shrine.
Well, for now, they're just chilling. Costa Bile, he has his S and Y. I think you actually want to get that. It's in the stash. They're smoked up.
Yeah.
I like this. This is a good time to move the Blink Dagger from the Sand King. Your DK is actually pretty far. Even though it's just the Midas, he has that Blink Treads. He's just tanky with the bracers.
Let's see what they see going up the hill here. There's a couple of
Quinn.
stacks coming out. Quinn shows himself mid lane.
Did he stun the creep? He stunned the creep.
Oh,
DK.
no.
That's a pretty easy kill too. And
Dragon
now they
Tail
might
is
get
ready.
turned on.
What are you talking about?
Jump in stun. Stepping back, Old White, able to burrow and create some space. And gets the blink. They will roar up, though, this Dragon Knight. And while they do that, they leapfrog over for the Keeper of the Light. They'll take the 2. Sumail takes the dominating streak.
That's just a
They
misplay.
were thinking, do we go to Roche Pit? Is there enough damage? Beastmaster has 4 points in Aura, but no Vlads yet. I think with Vlads, extra damage plus the heal, they would go Sand King.
Hello.
What? Oh,
He wants runes. He wants them 20-minute runes.
20
Radiant's
minute.
middle tower
Quinn
is
grab.
20
Quincy
deaths.
gets them all.
Yep, that's a 4 for them. And now you see, like, Radiant knows they need to play quick. We got this Razor, who is strong. I mean, Phase Boots, Sanjin Yasha, Drums, like, he does do a lot of damage. But they need to find fights, and CC and SVG and Sumail just keep splitting up the map, farming all 3, like, lanes.
MSS with the Sumail bomb. Finds Razor. Toss him up. And not able to get the finish, though. So they backpedal a bit with DK kind of intervening a bit. Quinn from the low ground. Knocked up with the
burning.
Dragon Tail. Blast is there, but simply blinks back out and away. Re-engagement comes in from MSS, and they'll be able to burst down the Razor. Grimstroke is going to be the follow-up. Sumail begins to shred apart the little DK, and it's double kills for him.
Double
It's unstoppable.
Dire's top tower is
Unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable.
Because Sanking TP to Shrine, now he didn't have a TP to
Radiant's
participate
middle
in a
tower
team
is under
fight,
attack.
and they need him. They're not winning a fight without him using multiple burrow strikes.
This one's looking rough now. I mean, we said it's such a good lifestealer game because Sand King is the only one who can lock him down. He can actually his Radiance is just going to burn over everyone the entire fight. He's just going to stand in the middle, and Radiant doesn't really have a way to deal with it.
Ooh, pause coming out from Old White for now. Yeah, this game number 1 looking really nice for Quincy Crew, as they have been able to, kind of get most of their items online and ready into prime shape.
Yeah. Trying to. How do you come back? The problem is the Razor needs a BKB, but he's still almost 3,000 gold off of it. The DK, because he went the Midas, it's just kind of a waste of gold at this point in the game. Obviously, he could make it back up, but now he's just going for a Heaven's Halberd. But even that's a little far behind. And now this Lifestealer
He needs a
doesn't
BKB.
care.
They
Radiant's
have
middle tower is
Roar,
under
yes,
attack.
but if you pop a BKB before, there's no way they're killing you. Only thing they have is right clicks from Lifestealer. Your high armor will keep you alive on top of Sonic Wave. I mean, it's just not enough. You are tanky, but the missed chance as well from the Radiance.
It just seems to be an easy path for the Dire here as long as they move together. It's going to be a Linken's for the Lifestealer. Pretty much the DK will never be able to initiate to Sanking, but they're going to look for MSS Tiny. He might just be dead. He's a little deep.
Yeah, sacrificial lamb for the team, I guess, as he scouts the 5-man movement coming out from the Demon Slayers into their own jungle, trying to at least reclaim a bit of vision on their side of the map.
I love it. Sumail just goes and steals the Illusion Rune. Of course, it's actually one of the best runes for him right now because he's got the Radiance and he can just farm with it. And he's going to have that full Linken's on Lifestealers, so they might just group up. They might do Roche, as Lacoste said. Pretty much the world's their oyster, as they
And
say.
Queen of Pain as well, about to finish her Lincolns, so no initiation from Dragon Knight. Great against the Razor as well. So itemization so far on Quincy Crew pretty much perfect. We didn't talk about the Force Staff on a Beastmaster because they have single targeted spells and they want to burst you down once they stun you with the Sanking or Dragon Knight, and just by using defensive Force Staff will keep pretty much anyone alive.
All right, here we go. Quincy crew
Gonna
on the move. SVG, MSS, and you are the playmakers of the team.
They're looking to push the base right now, and I love just the Centaur runs uphill from the Chen.
Hi there.
Yo,
We're around.
it's still alive. What a beast. Oh, Tiny in the back. Nice
toss back from MSS to catch Flea. Razor will be able to make it indoors, but that's a Grimstroke. Down for 30 seconds unless he chooses to buy back. Here comes Sunail now.
Is there a tier 1 still alive in this lane?
Running inside. There's a tier 2.
And tier 1.
Oh, there is a tier 1.
I like because someone else pinged and I was like, oh.
It's full life.
We're just diving at DK, huh?
It's pristine. Hasn't even been scratched yet. And they're there inside the base.
Yo. I like how they went on the DK too, like the one guy you're definitely not killing. Oh, use your Midas. There we go. Sorry, we're good.
Well, still hanging out on the high ground of the Demon Slayer side.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Quincy, they can pretty much just do this. Sumail's the strongest here on the map by far. CC&C not that far behind him, just because he has blank Lincolns. How do you ever bring him down? It's going to be real tough. This Sand King needs to hit a crazy stun with Flea. Get the double silence.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, it looks like for now Quincy do not want to over-risk anything. Well, I say that. They smoke and go in,
Radiant's
but
top tower is under
yeah, I was
attack.
wagering they were going to be holding out for maybe a Roche opportunity.
Yawar with the Force Staff play.
And they're going to find Juan.
Yeah, was catching the action over here while that was going on, but it is Quinn to clean out and get the finish
Radiant's top
onto
tower
the
is
Keeper of the
under
Light.
attack.
Same moment, though, Yawar dropped from the Razor. Swinging outside
Nice
the base.
stun on Quinn.
Yeah, they're burning her down a bit, but she is going to be able to blink back and away. Sumail is in there, looking to go at the Razor. Settles for the siege unit.
Makes it out,
Dire's
though.
bottom tower is under attack.
Not too bad from the Radiant. The Radiant holds. They get Yawar, as you said, elsewhere,
Radiant's
kind of
top
by
tower is
himself.
under attack.
They will pick up 4
Worthy
bounties
twist.
since Demon Slayers can't get out of the base. Old White, a bit too late.
Yeah.
Thought about it. Made the right decision, but was a little too late. And they had vision on the Quap, but he doesn't have like a Yules or anything to pop that Lincoln's. Can't do anything by himself.
Team's just kind of playing patty cake a little bit for now.
Yeah, and it's on the Radiant to make something happen. The Dire, even though they have like a Chen, they have a Beastmaster, they know they're almost a full item, if not 2 items on all their cores, and they can just keep getting more and more farm because they do have a better late game.
Coddle in trouble, just trying to be brave and go out there and plant a ward. Well, we spotted you, we'll murder you, and we'll take your ward down too. Old
Thank
man.
you.
And then they head to the Roche Pit. Okay, this could be the ticket item for Quincy Crew to try to close this one out. We'll see. Highly
This is
unlikely that
tough
Demon
kill
Slayers
to
do
get.
anything.
They have nothing to pop that Lincolns. And meanwhile, Quincy Crew gonna go into Roche Pit. 3 heroes were showing on the bottom lane, trying to kill Queen of Pain. So they will use that. Lads plus Inner Beast will be more than enough.
And the Alpha Wolf from Chen. A lot of damage. Sumail hitting for almost 300.
Those smaller wolves should be called beta wolves instead.
And they give like 2% damage aura or
Beta
something.
wolves.
Yeah, they're just gonna. I think you just either push in top, or I think pushing in top's better. It's a lot easier to fight in that top chokehold than the middle chokehold for Dire.
Pretty sure just beta wolves don't survive.
They're just dead.
They just don't make it.
And Old White, we've seen him. He just sits in the corner of that sandstorm, but he'll have to blink out. Doesn't want to risk it.
Radiant's top
What if it's
tower is
Omega
under Radiant's
Wolf?
top tower
The
has
Omega
fallen.
Wolves. And this is the problem, Radiant. This feels a lot like the game 3 we watched, where they had a shot to win this during that one fight if they jumped on the Queen of Pain. But once they failed that one gank and got it turned around on, it just feels like they're stuck in their base and they have really nowhere to go. Like, what is a Razor supposed to do sitting in his own base? Not much.
That's a great question. Yeah, just kind of spam out your spells and hope for the best, really.
They do have real good spells. They have Coddle Blast, Grimstroke, Stroke, and Breathe Fire from DK, so they kill creep waves so quick.
Yeah, definitely. We're not seeing really any solid damage yet from Quincy crew inside the base.
They're kind of limited. Only thing they can do right now is slow siege with the Lifestealer. Queen of Pain uses Lincoln, so that's double Lincolns and Lifestealer. With AC, it's going to be much easier.
Yep, the armor. They definitely need it. That's the one problem. You can't siege this early in the game because you don't have enough items to like do this small chip damage. But once you get the bigger items, the towers, they melt like paper. Or butter. Whatever melts.
Yeah, I don't know if paper melts too well.
I mean, if you light it on fire, it goes away pretty quick. Like a loose leaf paper.
It turns into like an ash.
Yeah. Or something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
So Dragon Form is down. They already used the static link if they want to go in. Right now, it could be a good timing.
This is a window for Quincy if they want to take it. Certainly while the Aegis is still up. Let's see what they do with it. Sumail leading out the charge, trying to be the battering ram as he goes to work onto this tier 3. MSS trying to find maybe any toss-back opportunities. He goes in on that one side. We check the other where they made an approach, looking to go in for Yawar. He gets the force save out, but does end up falling, not before he gets the roar off. Quinn here too. Good Will-O-Wisp, and they're also going to take down SVG. While they made that approach to the mid lane, Sumail is able to backpedal. But are they going to be outnumbered?
His AC is coming right
Big
now.
hit up and down, and boom! They finish off the DK. Old White could go down too.
Yep. The Assault Gears got delivered at the very end of that fight.
Godlike for Sumail, and they are on the pathway to solidifying this game #1. But
Old
that
White.
buyback and that blast, they may hold the line for now.
Yeah, it's as Lacoste said, it's hard for the Dire to really do building damage unless everyone's dead, because when you have a Lifestealer, sure, he has a Lincoln's and Rage, but after that goes down, he just gets silenced, stunned, so they have to slowly siege it, real slowly.
But Demon Slayers are doing a good job using the info that Lifestealer popped the Rage, so they initiate on different heroes. Like Yavar's positioning was not the greatest in the last 30
Quinn
minutes.
jumping in. Nice snipe right there. Takes out the Coddle. 45 seconds. Does have a buyback, but you know, not having to worry about Coddle on the high ground is always nice.
Still a minute and 20 seconds left on that Aegis. Keeper of the Light will be forced to buy back.
Man, that feels like a lot of time for the Aegis still. We'll see what they can do with it.
Yep, and I love it. Queen of Pain actually went Ags after the Lincoln, so that cooldown 40 seconds. That ult's always going to be ready. He can just stay by the Radiant base the rest of the game. Maybe ferry some clarities if he wants.
Radiant's middle tower.
There goes the tier 3. First one to fall of this game. And
Let's
Sumail
go, Yawar.
just
Meteor Hammer channeling gets interrupted.
Radiant's top
Oh, you are.
big plays. Second tier 3 down. Now they put the focus onto the racks.
Have the siege unit there to help, and yep, this should be a melee Rax. Maybe not. Oh, the siege unit, let the siege unit, yes.
And the Centaur.
One more.
Oh, the blind.
No.
The blind.
Yes, thank God.
The 30% chance he gets it. Real nice. Top rack's going to get finished out. Let's see if somehow, some way, the Demon Slayers can stop Quincy here inside the base. Or if they're going to walk away with a huge, huge bonus.
Yeah, they're just going to kill Yawar for sure. No one goes near him, so they don't link up. That was nice by the Dire to not go around Yawar. He's going to buy back. They want to end the game now, it looks like.
Okay. Thought they were going to just backpedal and try to play this super slow, but...
Ooh. God, these Lincolns are just so... It was perfect games. Usually I'm one of those guys who just flames Lincolns, but when DK stun and Sand King stun are like the only true ways to break it, obviously you have Link and the Grimstroke W, but they're just good. You can't break both of them on both people. And almost a full MKB on the Lifestealer now.
Man, they siege fast. And they're very good about splitting up. They're not letting anyone get too far out of position for Demon Slayers to get the jump. That Dragon Form finished, but I hear an Epi going off. They take it outside the base and right on top of Yawar here. Burst him down to below half of the life, but can't finish it. Old White committing in, does get the stun on 2. Razor's here as well.
Big co-op ulti.
Yeah, 4-man.
Yawar with the
Meteor
Meteor Hammer
Hammer.
stops it.
Woo.
And yeah, there's the GG. This was a methodical, a calculated, other big
philosophical.
words. Yeah. An art interpretation of a beatdown.
Yeah, exactly. Per se.
Yeah. And you just look at the draft. What was the opening? It was first pick Chen, which SVG will take every single time. I think he values this hero super, super high. It gives you and whoever you're laning with 7 HP regen at level 1 just buying the headdress. Pretty damn good. And then they always take the Tiny. We've seen CC&C dominate with it middle. Or, hey, it's a bad Tiny game. Here you go, MSS. Oh, nice blink, toss, catch. It just, I think Quincy Crew outdrafted him pretty nicely this game.
Yeah, the support duo from Demon Slayers is really weak in my opinion. You have Keeper of the Light, you have a Grimstroke. If the laning stage doesn't go well, you're in a really bad spot. And Quincy Crew addressed the problem that they needed to. Just keep ganking that Sanking, delaying the Blink Dagger on him, and Sumail plus Quinn ended this game with 0 deaths, 10 kills.
Almost
both.
the exact same, yeah. One had 9, one had 10 assists, but we won't call out who is who. And yeah, I think if you're Demon Slayers, you probably kind of knew something like this might happen because after they lost yesterday that game and were close at game 3 to possibly losing, you know it's no more, oh, it's Demon Slayers, whatever. We'll just play them. They definitely looked at their stuff.
Respect them, yeah.
Demon Slayer scrims a lot. So, I mean, even if there's other people out, like, yo, scrims, all this, like, what do we need to ban out? I love the Kunkka ban, I love the Pugna ban, and I love the Abba ban. I think you always take those away from Demon Slayers.
Yeah, Demon Slayers are certainly worth the respect to do some research. Otherwise, they're a team that could just scrap out a series win, and suddenly you're waiting the first quarter of the season. But for now, Quincy Crew are going to claim game number 1 of the finals. So with that said, we'll cut to a break. When we come back, more DPC North American qualifier action coming your way.